Hi, darlings. How are you all? Well, I hope you're learning something every day. But we all have the urge to learn something every day, even if you're not a language learner, right? I'm so happy about that. Well, is it necessary to study? Do you really have to study the English language? And what if you don't have a speaking partner? Is it possible to become fluent? Well, 25 years back, 20 years back, or even 15 years back, we didn't have much access to different speaking platforms, or even we were not able to connect with anybody. Not because they didn't want to, the access was limited. But today we can sit in the comforts, within the comfort of your own rooms. You can connect with anybody, and if you want, everyone, everybody, right? But if you don't have a speaking partner, if you feel that you're not finding the time to speak to people, and is it really necessary to sit and study? I'm going to answer these two questions. I've given the answer to these two concerns through several videos. It's important to watch the others. So adding to that, let me tell you, I think 20 years back, we didn't have access to the social media. We did not have computers then. But what I'm trying to tell you is we had more access to socializing with people. There was no other go. We had to go to the libraries, and I think library was the best place for me to research, make mistakes, have discussions with my classmates and also with my professors and teachers. And in those days, teachers were not really accessible. Every time they were not available. But today you can connect with anybody, even if you're doing your research at your workplace also. I know when you have too many options, it's very difficult to find the right one. I've already done a video on that, but today's concern is, what if you don't have a speaking partner? It's okay, you can create your own environment. I've done a video particularly asking you to do this, and it's going to bring about a lot of change. And I get a lot of emails saying, ma'am, I've been trying this, and it's not from my one-to-one training sessions. The experience is shared from my life. Because there was a time when I didn't have access to the internet. I did not have access to any professor when I really wanted them, but I had to do self-learning. And how did I do that? Of course, I didn't have speaking partners to help me with learning English or skills, but reading, making mistakes, accommodating and embracing that language learning is different from your life. It's something that can support your communication skills. Even if you speak in Hindi, Telugu, Malayalam or Tamil, I think language skills support your personality, your behavior, whatever you do. It's not that everybody who's fluent in English is able to communicate effectively. That's not the case, right? Okay, so you can learn if you don't have a speaking partner. You can create your own environment. Go back to the video where I've spoken about this. The next main concern is, do you really have to study? Do you really have to memorize? Do you have to memorize words? Sit and study for hours together? Do you have to read for 6 hours together? It's not possible. You can do it, but the pursuit, the way of enjoying your learning journey can reduce. It can fade away. I'm not referring to everybody. I know that there are a lot of creators working hard, creating videos on YouTube showing how they really practice. But connecting with the language is important. That's what they mean. They just want to tell you that you have to be consistent. That's important. But do you really have to sit and study? Because I see many people studying, making it nerve-wracking, and sitting and learning every sentence. Like, how do I ask for the menu card? How do I speak during an interview because I don't have confidence? Somebody would have told you that you don't have the confidence, though you have enough words and vocabulary. I began teaching online or even connecting with people only from 2020, not before that. Before that, I gathered the experience going to different online platforms, even organization, and that gave me some experience. But it's important to know that during the COVID lockdown, every platform began competing with each other. You know why? To give the best feature. Zoom, yes, we had so many features. Google Meet, or so many other platforms opened up. They sprouted also. Zoom, Google Meet, they all have been there. And we know a lot about these platforms, but it became user friendly. Many people began teaching, and many schools depended on it. Teachers also began experimenting and exploring. So you should understand that there are more things that you have to focus, and more things can make your life easier. I know you have ChatGPT. I know you have many other AI tools, but remember, your intelligence is beyond what you can think. All the other tools make life easier for you. That is what you have to do. You have to just allot the task to these tools. Even if it's a speaking partner, the platform should be used as a tool where you become consistent and encourage yourself to be consistent. Because we all learn that way. The only thing that I can tell you is I was consistent. Even today, in order to stay connected to the language, I have to be consistent because I'm not staying in a metropolitan city. And I'm staying in a place where people just encourage the regional language. I don't think I have to give the personal details, but I'm just telling you, like many of you, they read English, they understand, and many people just love the literature, English literature. But here, many people encourage Tamil literature and other regional literature, which is good, excellent. And I would like to tell you that you have to give importance to your mother tongue, though you don't become rigid. You don't have to become rigid saying that I will learn only my language. Knowing an extra language is always an asset. I've spoken about it. But what I'm trying to tell you is you can survive. You can survive by just staying connected to the language. You don't have to memorize. Now, these are some of the ways I stay connected to the language. First thing is I conduct one-to-one training sessions, which began in 2020, not before that. Before that, I used to read. Even now, I read. And this is the book I'm reading now. If you want, I can do a book review, okay? The Daughters of Madurai by Rajsri Warrior. It's a beautiful book. I can give you the gist. I'm not going to give you the entire story because some of you are not really interested in reading. But if you want to listen to stories, I can give you the summary. Anyway, so I'll give you some words also as I'm reading. As I'm learning, I'll share the words with you. Just refer to the shots, the short videos. I'll give the examples. But I stay connected by speaking to people from different professions. I also learn from them about the terminology, connecting to different teachers, professors, teaching them, doctors, and they find time. So that's how I connect to the language, but that's not enough. Speaking alone will not upgrade or upskill you. So I read, I listen to webinars, I participate in different conferences. I'm also a part of the author conference where when and where I get a chance, I write, I get feedback. So I'm also learning in some way, and that's part of self-learning. And I did not have these platforms when I was younger, when I was in school and college. Okay, so coming back to today's topic, I'm just going to give you a few guidelines. First is focus. Make consistency or routine. Then it will become the habit, and you may also develop some interest. Even if you don't develop the passion, it's okay. You just have to be consistent. Make it your routine. Just like how you drink warm water when you wake up in the morning. Some of you do that, and many learners tell me this. It's really great, okay? I have been trying this since COVID lockdown, and then I stopped, but consistency is important. Or the water with fenugreek seeds, yeah, like that. So there are different recipes that you can follow, and then if you make it your routine, then you'll develop the interest and you may learn more. But that is your choice. You just do what you have to do. Yeah. So focus, concentrate, and understand the purpose and meaning of learning a language. Do not make learning English or any language a business. Many people work on the language just to make it a business, thinking that it's selling like hotcake. So I can make some videos, ask for conversations, and then get some views, make money. I know, if you're really passionate, you have to do it and share your ideas. But you need to understand there are a lot of people who learn from you. So if you have been learning something in the wrong way, taking the wrong direction, you have to correct that and also tell that out. Because I remember there weren't many professors to help me out with the methodology. Until I took some courses, until I experimented with different methods, because we were used to rote learning grammar, doing the practice sheets, and all of us got very good marks, right? But we never had interaction within the classroom. And there was a time when I also squeezed myself and I always relegated to the corner of the classroom. I also restricted myself from speaking, from expressing my opinion. That was not good. Because whenever you have to speak, you have to express, and that's how you get the exposure. I was not having the confidence for that during my post-graduation. But I think it's important. It's important to do that. And in order to become confident, you have to do it. And only if you do it, you will make it a consistent habit. Some of the random points are: focus on communication and not on perfection. I know many people just want to speak like the foreigners, the native speakers, but you end up developing the fake accent. It's all about how you communicate. It's good to work on your pronunciation simultaneously on the accent. But if you have a natural way of doing it, learning it, it's great. It's beautiful to listen to it because some of you really speak well. But never end up going for perfection, like trying to imitate the exact style, because some of the native speakers are not articulate. Just like how we make mistakes, how we are not articulate in our own languages, they also have their problems, they have their concerns. And you know that they also specialize in their own language. They learn a lot. I'm sitting outdoors and shooting, you'll get to hear some sounds, work is going on here and there, but I'm sure that this video is audible. So you have to focus on communication. Why do we learn a language? To communicate effectively and not on perfection, because there is no perfect language. You may feel that something is perfect, but it's not perfect. We all are human beings. Yeah. The second point is immerse. Yeah, you have to immerse while learning, but immerse in authenticity. You have to be authentic with whatever you're doing, finding meaning and purpose. Don't imitate others. You don't have to compare and then contrast your ideas, because everybody has got their own journey. If your friend is creating videos and putting it out on YouTube or doing some other thing in life, even if they are not creators, they could be creating something in their life. So you don't have to be like them, because whatever we see on social media is totally different, and people are doing it extra perhaps, or just sharing something. Their life could be different. Now, I have a different life. The ground reality that I have, or certain things have already been shared on YouTube. But I also have my struggles. I too have my life. And everything need not be put up on social media, right? Okay, so immerse in authenticity. Whatever you do, you should be true to that. And whenever you share something, some of you already know, be genuine with it. Because why I'm trying to say this is, many beginners come and tell me, ma'am, this particular creator told this, and is it the way to work on pronunciation? And sadly, I got to watch that video. It was just speaking fast, saying that you have to speak fast to become fluent in English, which is not exactly right. I'm sure that you know about these things. I'm sure that you have the power of discretion, decisiveness. Still, just reminding you. Learn in context and not in isolation. That's very, very important. Because if you're going to learn grammar separately, if you're going to work on things separately, it's not going to help you. And when you speak, are you going to focus on the formula? Are you going to focus on the words you memorized? Are you going to focus on the discussions you had on online platforms? You just have to speak. It's real life. The power of decisiveness, being mindful. You just have to calm down, take a deep breath. Those who practice yoga and meditation would know better about this. It's all about how you deal with life, and it's supported by your language skills. You don't have to be in the metropolitan city or the urban cities to do something different, to learn a language. You don't have to be in the native speaking countries, because many people are doing beautifully well. You have to be authentic, because your surrounding is important. Bloom gracefully wherever you're planted. That's what I believe in. There was a time when I believed you have to be in a particular place in order to get access, to get options and opportunities. Today, the world is connected at your fingertips. I know the cost of living is high in many places. We all are struggling, and sometimes we face unnecessary competition. You know, the education field, many children are facing unnecessary competition, and everybody is trying to revise the curriculum, the structure, because you don't want to be in a marathon race, and it's not leading anybody anywhere. Similarly, when we learn a language, there is no competition. We are doing it for ourselves. You have to look within, just like how you're doing it now. It's important to connect whatever you do in your daily life with what you want to achieve. It's all about what you experience. Check if it's authentic. And don't get fooled by people who extract money, who are into fraudulent activities. These days, many people make money from English as a language. They say that they can teach you business English, they can teach you interview skills, but many people have landed up in traps, because I do get emails like that. It's not that I'm a savior, but when they come to me and speak about their problems, I understand that they're so skilled, they're so creative. The only thing is they took the wrong direction, and that hurts me. When you take a wrong direction, it really hurts me. Otherwise, if you don't know, it's okay. I've shared interview experiences, I've shared about speaking platforms, I've also shared about the disadvantages of only relying on speaking platforms or only speaking in English. It is important to work on your reading, listening, speaking, and writing skills. I've done videos on writing skills. I hope you get some inputs from this video. Happy learning.